Right now, the cinematic superhero landscape is experiencing this completely fascinating duality. I mean, on one side of the spectrum, Marvel Studios is riding a peak wave of unprecedented hype that we honestly just haven't seen in years. But on the exact opposite end, the DC Universe is currently staring down a really steep, unforgiving uphill battle at the global box office. Today, we're breaking down the explosive new data, some massive insider leaks, and the universe-altering reveals that are fundamentally shifting the balance of power in comic book movies right before our eyes.
Here is what we are unpacking today. We've got Spider-Man Shattered Records, the shocking Endgame Encore, Doomsday roster secrets, a literal village of Secret Wars Hulks, DC's current box office run, and some rapid-fire animation updates. First up, Spider-Man's records and his billion-view web. The hype for Marvel's upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day is completely rewriting the rulebook for how blockbuster marketing even works. Even before this movie hits theaters, the sheer volume of anticipation is drowning out literally everything else in pop culture. 1 billion. That is the historic, absolutely mind-bending milestone the very first teaser trailer hit in just 4 days. 4 days. You guys, this is a monumental first in film history. Never before has a movie's teaser trailer reached 1 billion views in such a highly compressed time frame. It absolutely shattered the ceiling of what studios thought was even possible for online engagement, proving that the global hunger for Peter Parker's next chapter is at a total fever pitch.
Breaking down the raw numbers reported by Variety, that first teaser raked in 78 million views in its first 24 hours alone, eventually climbing to that incredible 1.1 billion total. But it doesn't even stop there. When the second teaser dropped, it racked up a massive 591 million views in its very first week. This back-to-back record-breaking performance undeniably cements Spider-Man's status. I mean, the data proves exactly why he's widely considered Marvel's greatest and most bankable superhero ever created.
Moving right along to the Endgame Encore and the whole question of a new beginning. Because just when you thought the hype cycle was solely focused on brand new movies, a shocking report from Deadline completely disrupted the timeline. Avengers Endgame is officially returning to theaters this September.
And director Joe Russo actually confirmed the specific additions for this Encore edition. We aren't just getting the original 2019 movie again. Fans are going to be treated to a custom introduction, a brand new end tag, and most importantly, entirely new footage strategically designed to bridge the events of Endgame directly into the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. The Russos are stating that Endgame is a critical companion story, and they're using this theatrical return to physically connect these two massive crossover events together. Which obviously brings us to the ultimate question that is currently setting the internet on fire. Will this new footage finally give us our very first live-action look at Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? Fan theories are going completely wild right now. Remember that iconic sound of metal striking an anvil at the very end of the original Endgame credits? Well, speculation is mounting that this exact sound will be repurposed in the Encore edition to reveal Victor Von Doom forging his armor, basically skyrocketing the hype for Doomsday straight into the stratosphere. Diving right into Doomsday's secrets regarding universes and rosters. Speaking of Doomsday, the leaks surrounding this massive event are just pouring in, particularly regarding who will actually be stepping up to fight Doom. According to industry insider Alex Perez, Sam Wilson's highly anticipated Avengers team is shockingly small. In fact, it is just 2 people, Captain America and Joaquin Torres taking up the mantle of Falcon. That's it. If you were expecting a massive sprawling roster, you might be out of luck. Bucky is reportedly busy operating with his own squad, and Bruce Banner has supposedly retired to teach at a university right before allegedly turning into the Savage Hulk during Brand New Day. So Sam is basically heading into Doomsday completely empty-handed. And this perfectly illustrates the sheer scale of the multiversal chaos we're about to witness. Initially, Marvel actually planned to include an animated universe in Doomsday, but that plan was scrapped in favor of 6 distinct live-action universes colliding. We are looking at Earth 616, Earth 838, the X-Men universe, Tobey Maguire's universe, a hidden pocket dimension, and Doctor Doom's original universe. The big mystery here is that insider sources emphasize Doom's home universe is absolutely not Earth 838, which completely debunks a really long-standing fan theory.
With all these universes colliding, screen time's incredibly valuable real estate. Industry insider James Mack dropped a massive report claiming that the characters with the most screen time in Doomsday are Dr. Doom on the male side and, surprisingly, Yelena Belova on the female side. Giving her that much focus in an Avengers-level crossover strongly suggests Marvel has immense faith in her character, leading the charge into this next saga. Now for Secret Wars and the rumored Hulk Village, because the multiverse madness absolutely does not stop at Doomsday. The escalating rumors surrounding the follow-up epic Avengers Secret Wars are pointing toward an unprecedented gathering. Whispers from insiders hint at the creation of a literal Hulk village. We're talking a battleground entirely populated by terrifying variants of the Hulk pulled from across the multiverse. Recent reports suggest Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk will make a brief cameo appearance in Doomsday before being transported straight to this Hulk village. Though, to be fair, there are conflicting reports right now on whether Gamma mutants appear in Doomsday at all, or if they're being saved purely for the spectacle of Secret Wars. Either way, a heavy-hitting showdown is undeniably brewing. Shifting gears completely to DC's box office nightmare. While Marvel is riding this massive high of billion-view trailers and multiversal hype, we really have to look at the tough reality currently facing the DC universe in theaters. The crucial point is right here in the numbers. Supergirl opened with a highly underwhelming $7.8 million in previews, leading to a global opening day of just $3 million. Current projections place its opening weekend somewhere around the $45 to $50 million mark. And look, for a major tentpole superhero blockbuster carrying the weight of a cinematic universe, these are deeply concerning numbers. The harsh reality is that Supergirl is being entirely cannibalized by family-friendly animation. Toy Story 5 is an absolute monster right now, pulling in a $300 million plus global opening and targeting around $90 million in its second week alone. It's just eating right into the exact box office pie that DC desperately needs. And with heavy hitters like Minions and Moana dropping in July, surviving in theaters is only going to get vastly harder for DC's latest hero.
But there is one major silver lining for DC in all of this. While the critics slapped the film with a brutal 56% on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience is actively fighting back. The audience score is currently sitting at a highly supportive, fresh 76%. The fans are straight up ignoring the critics and showing up to support the DCU, which is a vital lifeline for the studio as they try to navigate this massive transitional period. It proves the audience is still fully willing to engage if they genuinely connect with the character. Finally, let's look at some rapid-fire animation drops. Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to inject some high energy into the mix by firing off some quick hit updates from the animation worlds of both Marvel and DC. Because both studios have been quietly cooking up some incredible projects behind the scenes. Let's just run through these fast. For Brand New Day, we actually got a look at a fully CGI animated Tombstone. DC is officially rolling out an absolute Batman animated series, an adult-oriented Joker Laugh Right series, and part 1 of an animated Batman Nightfall trilogy. Over on the Marvel side, X-Men 97 just revealed an epic 3-episode drop to kick things off. And outside the big 2, Invincible has been shockingly renewed all the way up to season 6. That is huge. So after looking at all this massive data and these universe-altering leaks, it leaves us with the ultimate cinematic questions. Will Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom be the catalyst that fully restores the MCU to its peak glory? And with the fans fighting back against the critics, will the DCU eventually find its footing and win back the global box office? The superhero landscape is shifting faster than ever. What do you guys think about the future of these colossal cinematic universes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and I will catch you in the next explainer.